Have you ever wondered why you feel exhausted even after a full night's sleep? As if some invisible force keeps draining your energy no matter how much you rest? What if the reason isn't in your mind, your diet, or your routine, but in a hidden switch inside your body that ancient civilizations once knew how to activate? Ancient texts attributed to Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, speak of a simple 2-minute massage that awakens your vital energy, the same energy the ancients believed connected the human body to the divine. But before revealing where that sacred point lies, I want you to feel for yourself that the mechanism is real. Relax your shoulders. Let your tongue drop from the roof of your mouth. Slowly inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, as if you're blowing out a candle, but keeping the flame alive. Do this twice. Feel that soft shift in the back of your neck, that lightness in your chest. What you just felt isn't imagination. It's your nervous system responding. You've just spoken to your vagus nerve, the body's hidden command center that listens not to words, but to sensations. For the ancients, this was the first step in speaking to the body, the moment when consciousness and biology begin to cooperate. Almost everyone today lives with this nerve half asleep, trapped in an endless loop of tension and fatigue. It's the silent battle that drains your life force and keeps you restless even in stillness. If you've ever felt tired for no clear reason, that weariness isn't laziness. It's your body begging to be freed from survival mode. Deep inside you is an ancient system designed to restore balance. To see it, imagine your nervous system as a powerful vehicle with two pedals, an accelerator and a brake. The accelerator is your fight or flight response, built to save your life in moments of danger. When our ancestors faced predators, this pedal flooded their bodies with adrenaline and cortisol, priming them to act. But your brain hasn't learned to tell the difference between a lion and a stressful message. It only knows threat. And in the modern world, threats never stop appearing. They come as notifications, arguments, deadlines, and fear-filled news feeds. Every one of these presses the accelerator slightly, keeping your body on high alert, even when you sit or rest. Do you sense that subtle unease beneath the surface? That faint hum of pressure telling you you're behind? That's the accelerator jammed down. Even when you're parked, over time, it burns your fuel, your life force, like an engine left running day and night. The result is inflammation, weak digestion, anxiety, and fatigue that no coffee can cure. You wake up tired because your body never stopped defending itself. The truth is simple but crucial. Your body can't accelerate and heal at the same time. Every ounce of energy spent staying alert is energy taken away from repair and renewal. You're fighting a silent internal war you never chose, but nature gave you a hidden handbrake, the vagus nerve. When you activate it, it sends a message through every cell. The danger is gone. You are safe. Instantly, your heartbeat slows, your breath deepens, and your muscles release. It's a wave of peace moving through the body, shifting you from survival into regeneration. Your immune system reawakens, inflammation drops, and your body begins to repair itself. True healing, physical or emotional, can only happen when your body feels safe. Learning to control this nerve gives you that power. You can turn panic into calm, chaos into clarity, on command. It's like discovering a renewable power source inside you, waiting to be remembered. Modern science is only beginning to confirm what the ancients already knew. Egyptian mystery schools didn't speak of nervous systems. They spoke the language of energy and spirit. They described a serpent of light rising up the spine, The same pathway the vagus nerve follows from the brainstem down through the heart and into the belly. To them, it was a sacred channel linking the human and the divine. Through meditation, chanting, breath, and vibration, they learned to awaken this inner serpent. Stress and trauma, they taught, block the channel, trapping the soul inside the body. When the channel reopens, life energy flows freely again, restoring harmony between flesh and spirit. Every sacred practice, from controlled breath to rhythmic sound, was a way to keep this current alive, to turn pain into consciousness and fear into strength. At the center of this system lies the communication between the heart and the brain. The heart is more than a pump. It's the seat of intuition and love. The brain is reason and perception. The vagus nerve is the bridge that lets them talk. Most of the traffic, nearly 80%, flows from the body to the brain, meaning your intuition speaks first and your mind listens second. But when stress dominates, that inner highway jams. The heart sends signals. Rest. Breathe. This isn't right. But the mind, blinded by fear, can't hear. That's why you feel torn. One part of you knows, the other can't obey. This disconnection is the root of modern suffering. The ancients understood that when heart and mind move as one, the whole being comes into harmony. Breath deepens, energy flows, choices feel clear. You return to coherence, the original language of life. Activating the serpent of light was their way of restoring that coherence, remembering how to be whole. When you soften your shoulders, release your tongue, and breathe slowly, you're performing the same sacred act they once practiced in Egypt's temples. You're telling your body, the war is over. The serpent stirs, energy rises, heart and brain begin to dance in rhythm. This is the secret behind the 2-minute massage. It's not magic, it's memory. Your body is remembering peace. The moment that current begins to move, you stop running from life and start flowing with it. Your biology and your spirit merge into one living system. You become the bridge between heaven and earth, the proof that the divine was never outside you. It's been inside all along, waiting for you to breathe and remember. You are safe, you are sacred, and the light within you is ready to rise. Living disconnected from yourself is one of the most exhausting experiences a person can have. When your mind races one way and your heart whispers another, your whole system becomes divided. You start to feel like a ship adrift on an endless sea, pulled by two opposing forces. The gentle tide of intuition that wants to guide you toward peace, and the storm of anxious thoughts that keeps you in survival mode. You try to find balance, but without coherence between your mind and heart, everything feels scattered, tense, and uncertain. You wake up tired even when you've rested, because the real exhaustion comes from fighting yourself. This inner confusion is not just emotional, it's energetic. When your nervous system is overwhelmed, when stress builds up and signals between the heart and the brain are blocked, your entire being loses rhythm. The natural harmony that once allowed you to feel connected to life starts to fade. But the body, in its deep intelligence, always holds the key to return. The bridge between chaos and peace is hidden within your own biology, specifically within the vagus nerve, the great communicator between your mind, your heart, and your body. Activating it is like opening the main highway of your internal world and clearing the traffic jam that's been building up for years. When this highway is cleared, energy begins to move freely again. The noise inside quiets down. The mind finally starts to listen to the heart's wisdom, the quiet knowing that never shouts, but always tells the truth. Suddenly, you can feel what's right again. You can sense when to act and when to wait. Decisions stop feeling like battles and start feeling like natural movements of the soul. You stop being your own enemy and become your own ally. This moment of alignment is the beginning of integrity, the place where thought, emotion, and action finally speak the same language. When you experience this connection, you realize your body was never broken. It's not a machine to be fixed or a battlefield to be conquered. It's a sacred instrument, a living, breathing bridge between heaven and earth. It is not separate from your spirit. It is your spirit expressed in physical form. Every pulse, every breath, every heartbeat is divine communication, translating energy into experience. Remembering this truth is the first step in healing. To stop seeing your body as the problem and start seeing it as the path. Now that you understand how vital this connection is and how easily it can be lost, the question becomes practical. How do we restore it in everyday life? The path is not complicated. In fact, it begins with something so simple and accessible that most people overlook it completely. The key is breathing, the one constant rhythm that carries you from birth until your last moment. But not all breathing is equal. The shallow, unconscious breaths we take throughout the day keep us alive, but they do not keep us balanced. What transforms is conscious breathing, the act of becoming aware of your breath and shaping it with intention. When you breathe consciously, you gain direct access to your nervous system. Breath is the remote control of your emotional state. Ancient wisdom and modern science both agree on this. The way you breathe tells your body whether it should prepare for danger or relax into safety. The secret lies in the rhythm. When your exhale is longer than your inhale, you activate the calming side of your nervous system. You're essentially teaching your body that the threat has passed, that it can rest and restore. Think of your inhale as the accelerator pedal. It gives energy, movement, readiness. Think of your exhale as the brake. It slows everything down and brings balance. Most people live with the gas pressed all day, constantly accelerating through stress, worry, and information overload. The art is in learning how to press the brake again. Here's a simple way to begin. Breathe in gently through your nose, counting to 4. Feel your chest and belly expand. Hold the breath for just a moment, not forcing, just pausing. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, as if blowing through a straw. Counting to 8. Let the air leave your body quietly, softly. Try this for 1 minute. That's all it takes for your body to begin to shift. This small act sends a powerful biochemical message to your brainstem, the part of you that controls survival, that says, I am safe. Within seconds, your heart rate begins to slow, your blood pressure lowers, your muscles soften, the brain stops sending emergency signals, and the body returns to a state of calm awareness. But this practice is much more than just a trick for relaxation. It's a sacred dialogue between you and the universe. Each conscious breath is a reminder that you are part of a greater rhythm, that your life moves in harmony with creation itself. When you breathe like this, you are speaking to your body in its own ancient language. You are saying, everything is okay. There is no danger. You are home. With this message repeated through steady practice, you begin to take back the wheel. You stop being the terrified passenger in your own life and become the calm driver, centered, grounded, present. This is the first and most immediate tool of inner regulation, and it's available to you anytime, anywhere, without effort or cost. The second tool is as old as humanity itself: cold. For thousands of years, cultures across the world have used cold as a sacred purifier and a way to strengthen the body and mind. The Spartans used it to build courage. Tibetan monks used it to test presence and endurance. Indigenous healers used it to cleanse the body's energetic channels. The cold is not an enemy, it's a teacher. When your body meets cold, even for a few seconds, the shock forces a deep reset in your nervous system. The vagus nerve responds to this sudden change by increasing its tone, its ability to adapt, recover, and stay balanced. You don't need to dive into a frozen lake to feel its benefits. Start small. Splash the coldest water you can find on your face. The skin on your face is rich with nerve endings connected directly to the vagus nerve. So the moment that cold water touches you, it sends a signal straight to your brain that cuts through all the noise of anxiety. Within seconds, you'll feel a shift. Your heartbeat slows, your breath deepens, and your awareness sharpens. For a stronger effect, take an ice pack or even a small bag of frozen vegetables wrapped in a thin towel and place it on the back of your neck at the base of your skull. This is one of the closest points where the vagus nerve travels near the surface of the skin. Hold it there for 1 or 2 minutes while breathing slowly. You'll feel your body respond almost instantly. Your muscles relax, your thoughts quiet down, and a subtle wave of calm spreads through your system. Cold in this context isn't punishment, it's initiation. It demands presence. You can't think about the past or the future when you're face to face with the sharp edge of cold. You can only be. That is its gift. It brings you out of the endless mental loop of what if and back into the living moment of I am. The discomfort lasts only a few seconds, but what it teaches stays with you. That you are stronger, calmer, and more adaptable than your mind believes. Controlled cold exposure uses brief physical stress to dissolve chronic mental stress. It strengthens your resilience, tones your nervous system, and deepens your sense of control over your inner state. These two tools, breath and cold, are ancient, simple, and profoundly effective. They form the foundation of all nervous system regulation. Through them, you reclaim the ability to guide your own energy, to choose peace over panic, and to return to coherence no matter what life brings. They remind you that healing doesn't require anything outside of you. The power is already within your body, waiting for you to use it consciously. And there is one more tool, more subtle yet even more intimate. It doesn't require movement or endurance. It is the art of conscious touch, placing your own hand on your heart, your belly, or your neck, and bringing full awareness to the warmth of your palm and the rhythm beneath it. This is not mechanical. It's the body recognizing itself through love. When you touch yourself with presence, your nervous system receives the oldest message it has ever known: safety. Touch is the original language of reassurance. The first way we ever learned to feel calm as infants. By using it intentionally, you awaken that same deep memory. You begin to realize that everything you've been searching for, peace, safety, connection, was never missing. It was simply waiting for your attention. Through breathing, cold, and touch, you come home to yourself. The heart and the mind stop fighting. The body stops shouting for attention, and your spirit rises quietly to the surface again. In this coherence, you are no longer a scattered fragment trying to survive. You become what you were always meant to be: a whole, conscious being, grounded on earth yet open to heaven, alive in every cell, guided by peace rather than fear. There exists a simple yet profound technique that can calm your entire system in only 2 minutes. It might sound unusual, almost mysterious, but its effects are powerful and immediate. It focuses on a small access point in your body that directly connects your conscious awareness to your nervous system, allowing you to shift from stress to peace almost instantly. This is known as the 2-minute vagus nerve massage, a practice that blends ancient healing wisdom with modern science to help you regulate your emotions, release tension, and restore balance at any moment. The vagus nerve is one of the most important nerves in your body. It begins in your brainstem and travels down through your neck, chest, and abdomen, touching your heart, lungs, and digestive organs along the way. It is part of the parasympathetic nervous system, the network that signals safety, rest, and healing. When the vagus nerve is calm and active, your heart slows, your breathing deepens, and your body shifts into its natural state of relaxation. It's like flipping an internal switch that turns off the alarm system inside you. One of the most interesting features of this nerve is that a small branch of it, called the auricular branch, passes through an easily reachable area right behind your ear. This spot is like a direct doorway to your inner calm. When you touch it with intention, you send soothing signals up to the brain, and the brain responds by relaxing the entire body. This is the secret behind the 2-minute massage. To find this spot, take your index and middle fingers and place them gently behind your earlobe. You'll feel a firm bone there. That's the mastoid process. From there, slowly move your fingers slightly down and back toward the base of your neck. You'll notice your fingers sink into a soft, tender area, a small hollow between your jawbone and the large muscles of your neck. That gentle valley is the target zone. It's where the vagus nerve runs closest to the surface, making it the perfect place to activate your body's relaxation response. Once you've located the spot, begin the massage. This is not about applying pressure or force. It's about presence and awareness. Start moving your fingers in small, slow, circular motions on both sides of your neck at the same time. Close your eyes if you can. Feel the warmth of your fingertips, the texture of your skin, the soft rhythm of movement. Focus on the sensation without trying to fix anything. Just allow your attention to rest fully on the touch. The intention behind your action is as powerful as the motion itself. When you touch with calm awareness, you are communicating safety to your nervous system. As you massage, begin to synchronize your movement with your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. With every exhale, imagine tension melting away from your shoulders, neck, and chest. Let your breath guide you into stillness. Continue this for about 2 minutes. It might seem brief, but 2 minutes of conscious touch is more than enough time for your nervous system to reset. Electrical signals travel along the vagus nerve to the brainstem, where they trigger the release of calming neurotransmitters. Your heartbeat slows, your muscles loosen, and your mind begins to quiet down. You will start to feel the shift, subtle but unmistakable. The heaviness in your chest lightens. The restless energy in your thoughts begins to dissolve. Your breathing feels effortless again. This is the power of your own biology responding to awareness and care. It's proof that you have the ability to bring your body back into harmony without tools, devices, or medication. Just your hands, your breath, and your attention. This technique is a modern reflection of an ancient truth. The body listens to presence. It understands kindness through touch. And when you touch it consciously, it responds by returning you to your natural state of balance. But this is only one way to communicate with your vagus nerve. There are other, equally powerful ways to stimulate it throughout your day, methods that don't even require your hands. The vagus nerve is deeply connected to the vocal cords and the muscles in your throat, which means sound and vibration can also activate it. That's why practices like humming, chanting, or singing have been used for centuries to bring peace and clarity to the mind. When you hum, your voice creates gentle vibrations that travel through your throat and chest. Those vibrations massage the vagus nerve from the inside, sending waves of calm throughout your body. You don't need to follow a ritual or sing perfectly. Simply hum your favorite tune in the car, in the shower, or while cooking. The warmth of the sound, the resonance in your body, it all tells your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Another simple and surprisingly effective technique is gargling with water. When you gargle, the muscles in the back of your throat contract and vibrate, directly stimulating the nerve fibers that connect to the vagus nerve. This is a fast, natural way to release built-up tension, especially when you do it regularly. If you want to deepen your practice, you can explore chanting or vocal toning. Try making a low, continuous sound like Om or any tone that feels grounding to you. As you sustain the sound, feel the vibration move through your chest and throat. This resonance is not just sound. It's a form of energy that gently resets your entire system. Each vibration sends a signal of harmony through your body. Sound is more than something you hear. It's something you feel, and it has the power to shake stress out of your cells. And then, beyond touch and sound, there is one more key, perhaps the most beautiful and natural one of all: joy. Joy is the language of the vagus nerve. Think about the last time you laughed so deeply that your stomach ached and your eyes filled with tears. That kind of laughter is a physical event. It moves your diaphragm, changes your breathing pattern, and stimulates the vagus nerve all at once. It floods your body with chemicals that heal, energize, and relax you. This is why laughter is often called the best medicine. It's a natural regulator of your nervous system. Laughter reminds your body what safety feels like. It interrupts fear and opens space for life to flow again. In those moments, the mind releases its grip and the body returns to ease without any effort. Hand in hand with laughter comes gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a pleasant thought. It's an energetic frequency that the body can feel. When you truly feel thankful, your heart expands, your breathing slows, and your nervous system receives the message that all is well. Gratitude activates the same pathways of calm and balance as deep touch or sound. It shifts your inner chemistry from survival to trust. When you combine these practices, gentle touch, conscious breath, vocal vibration, laughter, and gratitude, you create a symphony of healing inside your body. Each of these actions speaks directly to the vagus nerve, telling it that you are safe, that you are cared for, and that you can rest. The best part is that these methods don't require effort or discipline. They are built into the design of being human. Your body is wired for peace. Your voice is designed to heal. Your laughter is medicine. Your gratitude is prayer. The more you practice them, the more naturally your system begins to regulate itself. So the next time you feel stress rising, anxiety tightening your chest, or thoughts spinning in your mind, pause. Place your fingers behind your ears. Breathe. Feel. Let your touch remind your body that it's safe. Or hum softly, laugh deeply, or whisper a thank you. In just a few moments, you'll feel the shift, the calm, the clarity, the grounded sense of being home again within yourself. You carry the key to peace inside your own body. You don't need to search for it in the outside world. You have hands that can soothe, a breath that can anchor, a voice that can heal, and a heart that can transform everything it touches. When you learn to use them together, you rediscover what your body has always known. You are your own sanctuary. You are your own medicine, and the calm you seek has been waiting patiently inside you all along. When you stop for a moment, close your eyes, and feel true gratitude for something in your life, even something small, something powerful begins to happen inside you. Your heart and your brain start to move in harmony. The rhythm of your heart becomes more ordered and calm, and your thoughts become clearer and lighter. Science calls this coherence, but on a deeper level, it is your inner world coming into balance. It is the language through which your heart speaks to your brain and tells it, I am safe, I am grateful, I am alive. When this happens, your body creates the perfect conditions for the vagus nerve, that great communicator between your body and your mind, to thrive. The vagus nerve is not just a biological structure. It is a sacred bridge that connects feeling to thought, body to spirit, and humanity to divinity. When it is active and strong, you feel grounded, peaceful, creative, and alive. When it is weak or neglected, you feel anxious, disconnected, or tense. Gratitude and laughter are two of the most powerful ways to awaken this bridge. They are not light or trivial emotions. They are spiritual frequencies that remind your soul of its freedom. Laughter and thankfulness are forms of worship, moments when your soul celebrates the gift of being alive. They show that healing doesn't always have to come from seriousness or struggle. Sometimes, the greatest medicine is joy. Singing, laughing, and feeling deep appreciation are not meaningless activities. They are high-performance spiritual tools. They change your chemistry. They boost your immune system. They release hormones that calm your nerves and open your heart. They lift your energy to higher frequencies where healing and inspiration naturally occur. When you make gratitude and laughter part of your daily rhythm, you strengthen your vagus nerve just like you strengthen a muscle. It stays toned, flexible, and ready to help you return to peace quickly after moments of stress. You begin to notice that your reactions to life become softer. You no longer explode under pressure. You respond with grace. You no longer carry every emotion until it burns you out. You release it through breath, through laughter, through love. But the practice goes deeper still. There are two small, subtle techniques that complete this sacred process. Movements so gentle that they might seem simple, yet their effect reaches deep into the core of your nervous system. The first involves your eyes. Few people know that the vagus nerve connects to the tiny muscles that move your eyeballs. When you control your eye movements consciously, you can send signals of safety and calm directly to your brain. You can try it anywhere, at any time. Sit or lie down comfortably and keep your head still. Look straight ahead. Then gently move your eyes as far as you can to the right, without turning your head. Hold that gaze for 30 to 60 seconds, or until you feel yourself sigh, yawn, or swallow. These are physical signs that your parasympathetic nervous system, your relaxation system, has activated. Bring your eyes back to center. Then repeat the same movement to the left. In this simple act, you are telling your brain that there is no danger, that it is safe to relax. This helps release tension stored at the base of the skull, where many carry hidden stress. The second technique is the practice of mindful touch. In our busy lives, we often forget the power of our own hands. Touch is one of the oldest, simplest, and most direct forms of healing. When you place your hands on your own body with love, something ancient inside you remembers. You reconnect the mind, and the body, and through that union, you begin to feel whole again. Place your hands softly on your neck and shoulders, areas that often carry the weight of unspoken tension. Close your eyes. Feel the warmth of your palms sinking into your muscles. Begin to gently massage these areas, not mechanically but with full presence. As you do, imagine sending gratitude to your body for everything it does to carry you through life. This isn't just a physical act, it's emotional alchemy. You are telling your body, I see you, I love you, I am with you. That message travels through the vagus nerve like a wave of light, calming your entire system, grounding your energy, and reminding you that you are safe. When you combine these practices, breathing, cold exposure, vibration, joy, laughter, gratitude, eye movements, and mindful touch, you form a complete toolkit for self-healing and inner balance. You no longer live as a victim of stress or emotion. You become a conscious director of your own energy, able to shift your inner state whenever you choose. You stop being the passenger and become the pilot of your biological orchestra. You create music within yourself, harmonies of calm, clarity, and vitality, instead of the noise of chaos and anxiety. As you keep practicing, the vagus nerve becomes stronger and more responsive. It wakes from its sleep, its tone improves, and with it, your entire life begins to transform. The effects are not just temporary. They begin to show up in every part of your being, from your cells to your spirit. Physically, your heart rate stabilizes, inflammation starts to fade, digestion improves, the fog in your mind clears. You start to feel present again. You breathe more deeply. You feel lighter. You realize that your body, which may once have felt like a burden or a battlefield, is actually your ally and your teacher. And the deeper transformation, the one that science cannot yet fully measure, happens in your consciousness. You stop living as a prisoner of time, haunted by the past or anxious about the future. You begin to inhabit the present moment, the only moment that ever truly exists. Life stops feeling like a list of problems to solve and becomes an experience to live, to feel, to celebrate. Peace stops being a destination you chase and becomes the ground you stand on. Your body, once a source of confusion or pain, becomes an anchor of strength and clarity. It becomes your inner compass. You start hearing its whispers before they need to become screams. You learn that every ache, every breath, every pulse is part of your divine dialogue with life itself. You realize that your body and soul were never meant to be separate. The vagus nerve reveals itself as the sacred bridge between them, the golden thread that connects heaven and earth within you. Through it, divine energy flows into matter. Through it, spirit animates form. When you awaken and strengthen this bridge, you are not just healing your body. You are uniting what was divided. You are reconnecting the sacred halves of your being, the soul and the flesh, the infinite and the temporary, the light and the vessel. You stop feeling like a consciousness trapped in a body and start feeling like consciousness expressing through a body. You become an embodied soul, a living temple through which life itself is singing. The illusion of separation dissolves, and what remains is wholeness. You realize you are not just living in the world. You are the world, aware of itself through your eyes, your breath, your presence. This is the final invitation. Reclaim your body as a sacred temple. Reclaim your breath as a prayer. Reclaim your joy as medicine. Breathe deeply, not as a routine, but as a sacred act. Massage your neck when it tightens, not as a chore, but as a gesture of love. Sing in the shower, laugh until your stomach hurts, and give thanks for the miracle of being alive. These are not small things. These are living prayers, expressions of devotion to the life flowing through you. Every act of gratitude, every moment of laughter, every gentle touch is a prayer written not in words, but in biology. Remember, at the center of your being there is a sacred bridge where spirit and matter meet. It lives in your breath, in your heartbeat, in the soft pulse behind your throat. That is where heaven speaks to earth, through you. If you have reached this point, it is because something deep inside you has already begun to awaken. This is not a coincidence. It is a calling. If you feel it, declare it, say to yourself and to the universe, my energy is activated. Share this message with those who need to remember their own light. Every time you do, you strengthen the collective field of calm, gratitude, and love that this world so deeply needs. And before you go, take one last deep breath. Feel the air enter your body like light entering a sacred temple. Smile gently, and know every breath, every laugh, every thankful thought is not just healing you, it is healing the world through you.